Wednesday, January 16th.
15 days sober, man.
I thought it was 16.
Oh shit, it is 16.
This is Who Do You Think You Are?
Episode 31.
Episode 31.
We about to have some fun. I'ma go on this run. 16 bars on my gun. Whoa, bro. How was this freestyle off the top of the head right there? Welcome, everybody.
I don't know about that. I think I do like this really dumb laugh pretty much right before we start every single time. Well, I don't know if it's a dumb laugh. It's just my laugh, I guess I've just come to realize.
Okay.
But I realized like I hold it until it's always right there, then I always end up losing it like right before we start.
It's like the whole intro is just funny to you, and then you're like,
And the funny thing is I've realized too is that well now just recording our voices more that you kind of like hear yourself and like I hate how I sound because everybody hates how they sound, which is a strange thing because you
should love how you sound.
But isn't it strange how you hear your voice so much?
I think it's because your voice is just like alone,
like
you know?
Muffled or something.
Not muffled, but it's just like that's the only thing you're hearing.
Yeah,
and it's kind of annoying. Like when you hear like I remember like family videos, like when everybody had the camcorders and whatnot pointed around at birthday parties, and you're just like the only one talking, and it's like, holy shit, that's how I sound? Like, fuck, that's annoying as fuck.
My voice like went
and now
through,
we host a podcast.
Yeah, my voice went through like weird inclination. Like when I was younger, it was like super deep. Then it started going high, then deep. I never like had this. Did you ever have like a really bad like puberty voice though, where it was like cracking and stuff a lot, or like super high? I don't think I ever had to really go through that.
I'm still going through it.
It'll just have like we all do.
Occasionally,
some people get it really bad.
No, I know.
Some people it's really, really bad.
I never got it terribly bad.
Isn't it funny that like some of those random like tics that you have, like the growing pains, I guess, of life, that like for that one kid it was so detrimental. Like it was the worst fucking thing in the world.
Puberty?
Like puberty or no, but just the like voice cracking.
Oh yeah.
Like he just through school, like that was his one thing that he fucking hated, you know, or there's like people that would break out on their skin all the time. Like that was like the worst fucking thing in the world is like that you have like this pimple on your nose on whatever day and it's the fucking end of the world. Sorry, I'm boring.
That was a major yawn. Jeez, that conversation got really boring. No, I get what you mean. And it's also like self-inflicted too. Like you're more in your head about it than other people are thinking
also
about
true,
it.
yeah,
you know?
which is funny. But back to like the laugh thing, which I've also realized through all this is when I get exhausted, my laugh goes from like kind of like so I'll just kind of do like a like how quick and it's so dumb sounding, but it's like a weird
laugh.
It is a super stoner laugh, which is funny. But, like I wouldn't really classify myself as a stoner.
I would.
Would you classify me as one or yourself? Really? Why is that?
You smoke weed.
So that's a stoner? But isn't like a stoner like all day, every single day? Like
I mean,
it's a loose term, right?
I guess, yeah. There's a gray area, let's say.
But it is just definitely a stoner laugh. And I've realized, and it's funny because I feel like I've been doing it more for whatever reason. I don't know why. But people
maybe
will
like
say,
these past 15 days.
And they're
16
days. Actually, yeah. And they'll be like, oh, that's nice like for the pity laugh. And I'm like, it's actually, like I actually thought it was generally funny. I'm just exhausted from the amount of
people used
life.
to think my laugh was fake because I'm just like so exaggerated, I guess, when I do laugh.
Yeah.
And they're like,
you take a fake identity, fake laugh, you have to switch everything about yourself.
Yeah, I guess. Fake identities. Let's jump right in. No.
Yeah, right, here we go. Back to since we really brought marijuana, I read a pretty cool thing.
Marijuana
gets so high. Guess how much weed was consumed in medical marijuana was consumed in Arizona in 2018. Back on Who Do You Think You Are? Can you guess the number? I don't know. That's not a good game show. That's way too long. It has to be snappier.
Yeah, it's got to be a quick one.
That's a terrible segment name. Who do you think you are? Name the price.
Name that string.
Your name? I like that.
I'm gonna say. Am I close?
If you don't want to guess,
5 million pounds.
I mean, I don't know what that translates to tons, so you threw a math equation on my head that I can't do. But 61 tons.
61 tons.
61
2 tons. This is all right. We're just full disclosure here, my math sucks. I just know 2 tons, or 1 ton is 2,000 pounds.
Okay.
So that'd be...
All right, well, we have calculators. I'm
I'm
curious. So let's see. Doing math. People love math.
People love math. Yeah, I mean, there's like Kumon.
People are like jerking off to this right now. Damn it! So early in the podcast.
Jesus.
2,000 pounds per ton?
Yes.
All right, is it 61? So we got 122,000 pounds.
122,000.
That's a lot, bro.
That's way off of 5 million pounds.
That is way off of 5 million pounds. 5 million pounds would be a lot. 5 million pounds, I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, that's a lot of zeros divided by 2,000.
And
that'd be 25. That'd be 2,500 tons for anybody that was curious. Math numbers. That's a lot of fucking marijuana.
That is a lot.
2.5 tons of that was edibles, and the rest was flour.
2.5 of
61 tons. Yeah.
Oh, 61 tons.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a lot.
No, it's not. I was actually kind of surprised.
People love their flour, man.
I guess so. Yeah. Which is crazy because I think in 2012, it like the whole year was 2.5 tons. That's how much it was consumed. So from that 6-year gap, going from 2 to 61 tons, that's a lot. That's crazy.
That's a big jump.
That's a big jump.
For sure.
That's a lot of marijuana.
We got a lot of potheads out there.
We really do. I really miss the marijuana.
You know what would suck?
What?
To be allergic to weed.
Yeah, that would suck. That'd be weird.
Fucking blow.
That'd be the worst first high ever. Could you imagine? Like, come on, Jimmy, you gotta try this out. He's like, I don't know. Well, I don't know. It's like a good voice crack.
Yeah, that's
like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Now you sound like
give me that. Give me that. He's like, then also like that would be so bad because you have like this nervous reaction, like. You start breaking out. You're like scratching. You can't breathe.
Or your fucking throat swells up. You end up in the ER.
And you're high. One of my worst like smoking experiences. I was in California, and it's always kind of different if you're like around people you don't smoke with often. You know, because like you're already a little more like you're uncomfortable, so the high feels a little more elevated. So I'm in this car, and we all like hotbox the car, get out, get into my car to go home. And then, so it's like the hot sun in California is like beating on us and shit. So we're smoking, we get out, and I get up too fast.
Oh.
And so I get up so fast in this heat that not only like no like sea legs or no balance, but do you know like when your eyes go like black from getting up too quick? Does that happen to you?
You start seeing dots and then you like lose all
I couldn't
vision.
see. Like my whole vision was blocked out. And what felt like, I'm not sure how long it was. I was like to my girlfriend at the time, can you drive? Because I was like barely making it to the door. I was like, so I sit down and I was so fucking terrified for like 2 fucking minutes. It felt
crazy,
like 2 minutes at least.
Yeah. It was probably like 45 seconds.
And it was super terrifying too because when I was a kid, that was my biggest fear is going blind.
Going blind?
It was my biggest fear.
Aside from death?
Which
we've covered.
Yeah, but I guess that would be like the moment if like you have a momentary fear of like just your constant existence, like you can kind of block out like the future. But that's future, and that's the future Nick's problem. When inevitably it's
that's grown up
fucking no. Yeah. It's like thanks, past Nick. I'm fucking dealing with this shit. But yeah, like that was my big thing when I was a kid. I was like so afraid of going blind.
That's crazy, dude.
And what's funny about that is I think maybe because I was so afraid of it, that actually happened to me a lot where I'd get up too fast and my vision would kind of do that. Like
damn
black.
That's not good, bro.
But it hasn't happened in like 10 years. And I didn't even realize that until we started talking and like this somehow resurfaced. That used to happen to me.
So
like,
did she end up driving?
Yeah. So she was, and then it finally.
Were you just smoking bunk ass weed or something?
I think it just had to do with dehydration, the heat just beating through the windows, like getting high, being uncomfortable, being in a place I'd never been. So it's just kind of like, I don't know.
Sparkling water was not a good idea before this. I'm going to be burping up this whole time. That's crazy. So she ended up driving.
Yeah, and then, but...
It's funny that you mentioned that. Oh, go ahead. I mean...
It's funny, like, I wonder if so much of that, like, the irrational is, or I guess it would be rational because you can go blind, but maybe just always constantly having that fear in my head.
That's what caused it?
That's why it would happen more often. Like when I was a kid, like I would see these little dots and I'd be like, oh, that's something else. There's something else. There's like
something behind it. That's also like being the hypochondriac.
Right.
Know?
Oh, 100%. Then you can create that disease because then your body like starts manufacturing and shit like that. I remember the worst fucking thing was like the Stevie Wonder movie or Ray.
Yeah. He was deaf, right?
Oh, goddamn. So in the trailer, it's like, I remember this, and it stuck. It was like one of those goddamn things that stuck me. I was in the movie theater, and I watched this trailer, and it's like the kid, he goes outside, and he's like walking around, and all of a sudden he starts seeing those little dots, and I was like, I see those.
Oh, shit,
I was like, am I going blind?
I'm the next Ray.
Yeah, so that just, except for far, far less talented.
Yeah. Ray Charles. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
we would leave high school. I actually do have a friend that's allergic to weed. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dude, that sucks for you, man, you know?
Do you know how you learned that?
I think she smoked once and her throat swelled up. And,
oh, damn.
And she's like, I'm not doing this shit. Granted, I wouldn't fucking either.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Like, but one time, not with her, but a different group of friends, we used to ditch during lunch and leave and go smoke.
That's dope, dude.
And we'd go into this neighborhood right like down the street from the school because we would have to eventually be back for sixth period.
Yeah.
And then we were smoking one time outside of my car in this cul-de-sac, and this like fucking right in the neighborhood, you know,
yeah.
people taking their trash out and shit, and like we're these little degenerate fucking high school hoodlums. And one of the girls that we were with, she's just sitting, like, has her back towards the car, and she's sitting there, and she goes, I can't see anything, and she's like blinking her eyes and like eyes wide open, peeled back, and she's like, I see a whole bunch of dots, and I'm fucking chiefing on this joint or whatever, and I was just like, holy shit, no, not with me, you know, I don't want to be liable for this shit.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's always a concern, too, when you have the friend that goes, like, too far over, and you're like, fuck. Like, that's the scary thing with, like, some of those, like, really, really hard drugs. The only, like, my closest experience with that was one time with, like, the Robitussin, you know, like, Robo trips.
Oh, yeah?
And me and a couple of my friends were doing it one time. And me and my one friend were having the fucking time of our life. Like, colors tripping. Have you ever done that before? Like,
no, I
dimension
haven't, but I've
shifting.
heard,
It's like, then my other friend is shitting and throwing up his brains.
Oh,
like,
fuck.
Toilet to trash can, toilet to trash can. And we're just like, okay, bro.
Damn.
So then later, and we're at his place, too. Which is, I don't know if that makes it worse or better. But it's kind of one of those things.
I mean, if he dies there, it's not your fault.
He died in his own bed. No, but like, I guess meaning that it's like it should be like he should. I don't know. I feel like if it's your place, like you should be having a good time too, because you're like hosting the event or whatever. But and then he ended up just like in his underwear in his bed, like cold shut, shivering, crying.
Oh fuck, bro! He just had some reaction to it.
And we were just listening to music and watching those. What are those, like, visualizers, you know, on the computer? Like, those things that just shift.
Screensavers?
Yeah, we just stared at that for hours listening to music. Like, this is amazing.
Funny,
prior to that, though, we watched Army of Darkness, which is a badass movie. You ever seen that movie? It's like that old classic where the guy gets through a time warp and he gets, like, then he comes out, he has a chainsaw attached to his arm.
What?
It's fucking dope, dude. That's the classics.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, so.
I missed that one.
I've never. I guess I've had like many panic attacks while I was too high and shit. Mm-hmm. You know, I got way too high and I'm just like heart rates through the roof.
That's the worst.
You know,
or those like cold shivers. Do you ever get that?
Cold shivers, dude. Yeah.
Too high and you're like.
Yeah. No, for sure. I definitely get those. Especially like, and this happened not too long ago when I was on the 16-to-1 ratio, and then I found. You know, I had a little bit left on like a 1-to-1 ratio, and I just like chiefed on that because it was in December because it was like okay, I'm not gonna be able to smoke January, so I'm just gonna get real high for the last time in December. Sure. And I was like laying in bed. I think I told you about this too. I was like laying in bed and we were watching a movie, and I was just like shivering here and there.
Oh, I thought it was just CBD that you were saying that you got that from.
No, because I found the 1-to-1. You know, and I was like,
gotcha.
I'm not going to be able to smoke in January, so I'm just going to chief it down right now. And I smoked way too much of it. And I was like, for the previous, 2-3 weeks, I had been on that 16-to-1 ratio.
Right.
Or like an 8-to-1 ratio.
You're like, whoa.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, whoa, shit.
Yeah, those fucking resin pens. That's what, like when I first got my med card. And I was,
dude. dude.
trying to learn about all the different kinds of pens and cartridges and shit like that. Like
That's what made me go to those ratios, bro.
Right, yeah. I forget what the brand was, dude. A lot of people that we know smoke them. But that was what I started on because I was like, oh, cool.
Smoke marijuana, we get so high.
Dude, the first fucking couple times, like, I would literally take 2 hits, and all of a sudden I'm just like, under my blankets, like, fuck, dude, what the fuck is this shit, dude?
You can't function, bro.
And I didn't know anybody else experienced that until it was a couple days ago, too. I was talking to somebody, and they're talking about smoking a joint with their friend and getting so high that they're getting these cold, like, I was like, oh, that's a thing. I was like, I was embarrassed that would happen to me. I was like, I'm so weak.
It's like when your voice cracks and you're embarrassed.
Yeah, that was my big insecurity of getting cold when I smoke weed. I got a hard life. Do you have any like fears like that when you were a kid? Like any like losing your limbs or not being able to walk or anything like that? 'Cause that would kind of suck too. I just saw that like Kevin Hart and whatever, a Bryan Cranston movie. What was that movie? Upside?
The Upside.
And I was like, dude.
That's like a play off of another movie.
Yeah, well, it's a real story. Too.
Yeah, I believe so.
And after I saw it, after I saw it too, I was like, that's a crazy story. And I was like, the whole time I was like, that would suck to be like completely paralyzed. But you know what else would be suck? Not to be a fucking billionaire and be that paralyzed. Because, I mean, he was well off. Not saying it makes it better or worse. It's obviously still super unfortunate. But, like, the chair that he was in, the things that he could afford, not that buys happiness in any sense.
No, but it makes life easier.
Yeah, imagine if you were, like, living paycheck to paycheck or, a government employee right now. Like,
I mean, there's fucking people out there doing it, and power to you, man.
I think I read, like, 71% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. I think that seems right.
I contribute to it.
Me too, bro.
We're doing it.
But also I wonder, like, I live paycheck to paycheck, but a lot of it, like, how do you like quantify paycheck to paycheck if your spending habits are like, well, you shouldn't be buying that, then you shouldn't feel like, what's treating yourself? Like, what percentage if you're truly living paycheck to paycheck?
I mean, you always got a little something in your savings.
No.
You know. Well, I try to, at least, So it's like when I do, this is how I, like when it is payday, I'll be like, okay, let's go to a nice dinner. Not anything like, $200 fucking dollars a bill, but it's like, we'll get a nice meal. If it was in January, probably a couple drinks. Mm-hmm. And I have been saving money because no drinking. Like, I haven't bought alcohol for the house. I haven't bought alcohol as I go out. But, I mean, I'll treat myself to, like, a nice dinner or something.
Yeah, or a little knick-knack here.
Yeah. And then,
give your life some meaning. Fill the empty void.
And then you just pay those fucking bills, bruh.
This will make me happy, this little thing over here in my apartment. Like I could look at momentary happiness.
Yeah. I like my plants.
For now.
Yeah.
And then they just become another minute thing inside of your house.
No. My plants are, like, most of my plants right now are looking really good and blooming, man.
Damn. Bloomingdales.
And like you said, plants give off this vibe.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
And they definitely hear what you're saying. So every morning I'll try to, like,
What up,
Annie?
Yo, looking shop.
We got it's called a curly lipstick plant.
Uh-huh.
And I named her Annie because it looks
Noki has a curly lipstick plant.
Is it curly? That's interesting.
Curving to the left, bro.
Nice.
I forget who said it. And I love this. The joke is like, when somebody robs me, it's like a practice run or a trial run or something like that. It's like because they don't get any money from it.
Oh yeah. Hey, give me your wallet. All right.
You got me.
I have heard that actually.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh man, I can't stop eating, bro.
Okay, well that's part of being a human.
No.
What's with all this eating?
How about that eating, huh?
What's the deal with this eating? Did you know, this is a fun fact, and I actually had to look it up not to side rail you, but...
No, I mean, you do it all the time, so...
It's my job, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Obesity kills more people than car crashes, terror attacks, and Alzheimer's disease combined.
Really? First off, I think you said Alzheimer's wrong.
I always do that.
I do that too.
That's my bad one. Yeah. That's my bad one.
Is it Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's. Yeah, Alzheimer's disease.
The old.
It's that Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah, he's just old.
Where they forget what they're. What was I gonna say?
What about obesity?
But I was surprised. It's like because there's like, for example, what brought me down that rabbit hole was I heard that you're like 10 times more likely to die of obesity than to get shot. And there's so much like, gun violence news, and we're also afraid of that because it's in the headlines, and it is scary. It's like,
but there's also so much obesity.
So like the fact that you're 10 times more likely to die from
the fact that it's a statistic should show that there's something wrong with our fucking eating process.
And you don't see that because it's scary because you see like this shooting or like this morning there was that bombing in Syria, like the suicide bombing. And there's all these uncontrollable things, or like a shooting at a movie theater, or a restaurant, or bar and grill, Las Vegas, and you can't predict that. So you're like, oh, but on the other side of that, it's like you're more likely to kill yourself by what you're consuming, and you're paying for that too. And that's also it's a silent killer. It's like that faceless killer that we've talked about before. It's like, is it scary or not? Yeah. But I just feel like that, like if we're gonna talk about being afraid of death and things that we should control, maybe that should be a talking point. If the numbers are so much higher, then, I'm all for gun control and everything like that too, obviously, but...
Should we have food control?
Well, I just mean it should... Obviously, it's not in the news or anything. They don't want to bring this kind of thing up because those are their advertisers. Like, this new segment on ABC, don't go to McDonald's because you're giving your kids diabetes, it's like...
Sponsored by...
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's
that's crazy. I totally fucking blanked.
I'm going to fidget with that thing. I need to get rid of it. Are you a fidgeter? Yeah.
I am a fidgeter.
You were saying you can't believe how much you eat. Can't stop eating.
No, yeah, but I mean, I guess the FDA would be the food control.
They should.
But at the same time, it's like, nah.
Even that, they're so far behind. Like, the food pyramid, it's like the bottom's all grains and bread and shit. It's like, what?
You should consume more of that?
Yeah. Like, what are you teaching kids? What are you feeding kids? Look at cafeterias and all that kind of, like, when you're...
The square pizzas, bro.
The developmental brain. You're like, well, fuck it.
They can live off grains.
I used to love not the square pizza. What are those, like, my school had those. They're like those little mini deep dish pizzas, like Tostinos.
Oh, you fancy, like bro. You fancy.
They would sell them in these like food cart things, or like $2.50, and they would be.
Oh yeah, no, see, you're way advanced for my school.
You guys didn't have that.
Public schooling was a total shit.
It was public schooling.
Just kidding.
Wow. There was that and Uncrustables. Those
Uncrustables.
like food. Those OG food cart.
To the day, Uncrustables are the shit.
Haven't had one for a really long time.
I haven't either, but I'm pretty sure they're still good.
Probably still good.
The recipe hasn't changed much.
Yeah, that's true. Not really switching.
Except, you know what? I'm a huge fan of the crust. I love crusty sandwiches.
What else?
I'm crusty all around, Crusty here,
the crustier
crusty
the
there,
better.
Crustier down everywhere.
Ooh. Yeah, we can't stop. I'm the same way.
And it's weird because, like, usually, like, when I was smoking bud all the time, I would be like, oh, munchies, constantly eating all day. And it's like, now I eat and I'm like, I'm not full, bro. I have this insatiable appetite.
It's strange.
Yeah, and now I'm not even smoking, bro. Yeah. That's the weirder part.
I'm not like much of a muncher or snacker.
Even like while you smoke?
No, No, that's what makes it even weirder though too. It's like, so not smoking, and then the first couple days, like I said, it's like my calorie intake was so much different. So I kind of expected to want to eat a little bit more, like maybe have a dessert here or there. But then after that week, when I was like, okay, I don't crave any of that shit anymore. I don't need but I'll eat something and I'm like, fuck, I'm still hungry. It's really weird. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
Boredom?
I don't think it's boredom.
Because
this tastes so good when they're new.
I know. A lot of people eat when they're bored, though. That's the thing.
That is true.
Trying to just like mindless, like, oh, I'm hungry.
That's why people say like you should chew gum or eat sunflower seeds or something.
Oh.
But then that's like fucking a shit ton of sodium intake,
or sugar. You always just got to be doing something. Put this in your mouth instead.
Stick a dick in your mouth.
You know what my bad habit I've realized lately with my mouth is when I've been like stressed out, I've been like clenching my jaw a lot. Do you ever do that? And I keep catching myself and being like, "Fuck, stop! Don't."
Just like almost grinding your teeth in a way.
Yeah, but not grinding my teeth. Just keeping it kind of clenched. Like when I get stressed. Like
tense.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, back to the whole like if your body's loose, like you're gonna feel better too. So I'm like, this is carrying into your stress. So stop, like relax your jaw, relax your body, you know.
When
it's a yoga thing.
Yeah, when I'm doing yoga, I was just about to say, when I'm doing yoga, I find myself when I'm breathing a lot, like I put a lot of stress in my jaw.
Do you?
Like, because I'll be like, or like in a pose, you know, and just holding pressure or, you know, be tense in my jaws. But then you also just got to remember to breathe and you know, flush it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what a good.
Yeah,
like, I was thinking, weird. I was like, gum would be a good alternative, but that's like we were just saying. It's just like another thing of,
right.
You know, I don't know. It's a strange thing, but I guess it's good to be self-aware and just trying to catch myself as much as I can. But.
Yeah. Well, I used to have the problem where like I never clenched my jaw, and I was always like, just like
well, I do that too.
Knuckle dragging, like
I'm a mouth breather. So
for sure.
So
bro.
Napoleon Dynamite hit home. We'd be like, look at that mouth breather. And then it came up Stranger Things. It's like, when are mouth breathers gonna get a break, dude? I mean, come on.
We definitely deserve a break.
Are you a mouth breather?
When I sleep.
Oh yeah, but not during the day.
Throughout the day, I try to catch myself. Like I'll find myself watching TV sometimes with like not necessarily jaw to the fucking ground, but I mean my lips. You know,
I just don't naturally breathe through my nose though, so it's like I can do it.
Oh, you don't use your fucking nose for what your nose is for?
No, so I can obviously go like, okay, I'm gonna breathe through my nose, and I can do it normally, like I can do it. But if I'm just subconsciously just existing, my internal organs just like, all right, breathe through your mouth.
This is easier, and you get more oxygen.
Right, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that is what it is, because when I was younger, I had really bad tonsils, so it's like trying to, you know, get some more air.
Get that air, bro.
Yeah, that could be true.
Can you overdose on air?
Yes, definitely can do that.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's like when you go snorkeling and then your blood and oxygen level changes since the pressure, so you can't come up too fast or your blood rushes to your head and you die.
What is that called? That's called the curbs?
No. Bends.
The bends.
Yeah.
The curbs bend. I was around in the same boat. No?
One letter off,
Come on, give me
guess.
some credit. Yeah.
I saw an article on Wired this morning that made me pretty excited, a little giddy, because this whole like 10-year picture thing just been so fucking annoying. Because nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
And nobody cares.
It's like, yeah, you get old.
And then it's also because like, or the people that are like, oh, we have an age, or like I look good or whatever. It's like, yeah, because you're picking a picture that you posted for your ego 10 years ago and what your ego looks like now. Like you're putting ego, like
you're comparing ego.
Yeah, exactly.
Your self ego.
But the thing that got me excited about it was so the article was like just a fun challenge or another way to data mine an information breach, and I was like, yes,
boom,
yeah, and I was like. That makes a lot of sense because it's an algorithm. They're putting pictures to pictures, and some people are like, yeah, but then they already have these pictures or they're already available. It's like, yeah, but you're not putting them side by side saying this is 10 years as a number. This is
hashtag 10-year challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Then this is, it gives them age progression, age recognition, how you age, de-age, like all these. It's so funny, and it's like it's funny to see these kind of trends that we all kind of fall into. Then all of a sudden you kind of hiccup for a second, like, oh, wait a second, like,
what's the deeper rooted issue?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like seeing the people that are like they'll say like, oh, I guess I'll give into or whatever. Like you held on a day.
I love that too.
You held on a day longer than when this fucking challenge started. It's
okay,
like,
fine.
Okay, fine. Here's everybody's doing it.
I fell into it. I just really had to look for a picture from 10 years ago that I wanted to post or something. It's like, it's so funny. I don't know. I mean, that stuff doesn't really actually bother me. I just think it's funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't bother me. Do whatever the fuck you want. They got the information on you anyway, and they'll get it if they don't. So
but you are fast tracking it in a way.
Oh, no, for sure.
I think it's a
little shortcut.
The thing, it's that, and I think it's just funny to see this trajectory of like how quickly we fall into these little schemes and traps. From like the Facebook games that gave data on 72 million people to Cambridge analysis. I think that's what they're called. that like data mined out of that, and it's like 72 million people were just playing this game and giving people this information. Same thing with memes and which ones are shared and how they react. Like, and then they give you the 5 different choices of how you can react, so then they can put that information on you. It's a weird thing.
I'm guilty of those. I like using those.
Well, I mean, you might as well.
Yeah,
that's also my weird thing too, because it's like there's this finicky line where you're like, well, I'm on here because, you know, music, I want to put that out there, and then the podcast, I want to put that out there. If I wasn't doing any of those things, I definitely wouldn't have an account. But then you also find yourself, okay, I'm aware that they data mine. I'm aware that, like, advertisements, for example, they listen to our conversations. And, like, what's funny, I've actually had a recent one that's been really funny, because for whatever reason, we keep on joking about Four Locos. And I've just like kind of been in my brainwave. And I've been seeing advertisements on my Facebook for Four Loko. I'm like, I'm like, Four Loko advertisements? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who? Like,
that's funny.
I know.
Well, I write on my phone, and I have this Bluetooth keyboard. And I was like, dude, I need, you know, a little setup where I can just put my phone on there, and it'll hold it up while I'm writing on my keyboard, this and that. And then this fucking thing pops up on my Instagram feed, just like, oh, prop your phone up and do whatever you want with it.
Oh,
I'm
that
just like,
is
oh,
funny.
that is too fucking good, dude.
I heard there's a statistic that they polled Americans, and only 74% were aware that the interests that they shared on Facebook were used as like a data mining service.
74?
Yeah, I was like,
oh my god, we're fucking sleeping.
I know. But if you think about that, it's like, that seems like a really high number, but it actually makes sense. If you think about people that use Facebook and how many people there are on Earth, and probably how many stupid people there are.
Well, it's fucking...
I mean, I'm stupid. I'm not saying, but I'm at least aware that, like, I'm on the internet, like, everything's... I don't know. It's just funny. I'm like, that's a huge number of people that are oblivious. One cool technology thing I saw, like, you know, falling into the trap was...
Fall into the trap.
And I'm not like I'm pretty like, don't want like an Alexa or anything like that in my house, but there are ones that they're making for the cars. The Echo from Google, it's called like Auto Echo or Echo Auto, and it's like this little credit card size thing you put in your car for like hands free, obviously, to connect all your. That makes sense. I think that's kind of cool, because that's like, you shouldn't be on your phone, number one, in your car, and you can actually change music or
but most
talk.
cars now have, well, I guess that would be the
for me it'd be like the music thing, or like text messages.
Okay, so most cars have CarPlay now, though.
What's that?
And that connects to
talk?
like your phone.
Yeah, I can
you're like
I can do phone calls, or I guess I could.
Well, you could be like, "Yo, Siri,"
too.
Like, "Hey Siri, do this, do that, send a message, play this song."
That's true.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a similar concept, I guess.
I guess just like texting would be the.
You know, when I did start seeing that, it was through the Progressive insurance, where they give you the little, you know, they have this. This chip that you know,
that's true. I forgot about that.
Put into your car
for better
insurance. And then better insurance, and if you go, if it just tracks like if you speed, a car accident, it tracks everything. You know.
Thank you.
And I was like, "Fuck that! You ain't knowing me."
That's true. It's almost like, I mean, it seems like a cool idea on paper. Like, you've just pretty much already brought up the point that I already pretty much have that technology, or at least enough of it. They're like, why do you want another thing listening? I don't know. It's also this thing where it's like we're just moving into the future where everything's always listening.
Yeah, there's no privacy.
Everybody's always watching, and it's weird because we've already lost the fight and we've kind of accepted it, but we don't. Like, you don't do anything about it. You're just kind of like, oh.
Ah, well, they're already fucking listening, you know.
Right.
They already have my blood results.
But is that the right move? I don't know.
What would be the right move?
But what can you do to, like, that's the problem, is like then you become the outlier if you fight against that. You're like, okay, fine, I'm not going to have a phone. And then at some point it's like, all right, do you want to have a job? You need to have a phone. Yeah. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
no, for sure. Or if you, like, go live on the outskirts, you know, in the middle of nowhere, they're like, oh, we're definitely keeping an eye on you now, because who knows what you're doing out there. Oh, yeah,
for sure.
By yourself, you know, with no... They're flying that drone
they don't want to
your
know,
house, bro.
They don't want to know.
Oh, they want to know.
There's was it Tokyo or Japan? Like, drug dealers are using drones to deliver drugs.
That is genius.
Yeah, but now there's police drones
shooting down drones.
Yeah, they have like nets that will catch them.
That is dope.
But then they send other drones to then cut down the nets. So it's like fucking this triple drone war.
That is hilarious.
Dealers. That would be like, that's a cool
robot war.
That is a cool way to deal drugs though. Think about it. It's like safer.
Very
you're not out in the open. It's
Yeah.
like
Whose drone is this?
but who's there's definitely not like or it's like yo like $20 insurance on this gram because if they catch it. It's on you, bro.
That's not refundable, bro.
That's not refundable. What
happened to pigeons, bro? Pigeons.
That's true.
Let's go back to pigeons, the original drones,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
the original drug dealers. You think drug dealers like they were used what are the ones that carried notes?
Carrier pigeons?
Were the carrier pigeons? Oh,
Yeah.
pigeons were the bird. Yeah, well, like did you think they ever put like dub sacks or something?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like, hey, you remember Jeremy from last week? Or there's like a specific bird for like each
right.
client that they That's hilarious.
That would be cool.
That would be fucking genius, man. You get away with so much.
That's probably what the Raven was about.
You just see good little Edgar Allan. You just see this fucking pigeon with like a string attached in this block, like a cinder block of weed, just like
it's like
struggling to fucking fly. Ah!
the pelican is the pelican the right bird? That would be the right drug dealing bird.
Yeah.
You know how much shit you get inside of its mouth.
Fly, pelican, fly!
Not shit. That would be the Flintstones toilet. Remember, it was like a bird. That was a really.
Yabba zabba doo.
That's not right.
No.
No, like it's not right to have a bird that you're shitting into its mouth for the toilet.
Oh yeah, the pelican. That's true. Well, it was different times,
That's true.
Me Too wasn't around.
Didn't have their rights yet.
Now it's they got pelican protection services.
Do they? I don't know about that.
I'm sure it's out there, brother.
There's a pretty cool thing in the news that happened yesterday.
Oh yeah, Trump feeding burgers to the fucking national championship.
Oh yeah. What's the meal that they usually get fed? I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either.
But they got fucking burgers.
Yeah, somebody at work brought that up, and he was like, it was between McDonald's and like Taco Bell or something, and I was like, oh.
I think they got McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, did you see the meme where Trump's like, I'm gonna make Taco Bell pay for it all?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Stupid. And he's a hamburglar.
Yeah, that was a funny one. I like the Pan's Labyrinth one. I had to post that one.
Oh, I did see that. That's
I love
genius,
that fucking
man. That's
movie.
so funny.
That movie's so good, dude.
I've seen that once, and it was a long time ago. I'd like to see it again.
It'd be perfect for you. You don't have to read the subtitles. I wonder how much I could understand now if I watched it again.
Yeah.
That
was Guillermo del Toro, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I usually hate foreign movies because I hate reading when I'm watching movies.
I watch everything with subtitles.
And that drives me crazy.
It's easy. Because sometimes, dude, they'll be fucking talking and they'll be like,
I know.
and it's like, oh, what? And it's like a fucking plot twist in the movie. And I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to continue watching this movie without knowing what the fuck they said. And now
I hate when you watch movies that like the audio is like super poor, so like you're pretty much holding the remote the whole time, and you're like
up and down,
up and down.
yeah.
That's what I hate about commercials because they put commercials like 15% higher.
Yeah.
So then it's like wow, it's like
when I had satellite TV and was dealing with commercials, because now I just stream everything.
Yeah, I
Chromecast.
I haven't had cable in like 10 years.
Right. Oh shit! A thing of the past, huh?
Yeah.
First fucking wire phones, and then now
I know.
Cable. Anyway, when I dealt with that, I got it from my aunt. Actually, she used to do it, and I just picked it up off of her. She muted her commercials, and so, I mean, you just you hit mute, and you're still there. You can scroll on your phone. You can fucking catch up on some reading, but you make sure whenever your TV show comes back on, you just unmute it. And I was like, dude, that's genius. That way you don't fuck with the volume.
Pretty classy.
Yeah. What would be classy is having somebody there like, mute!
That would be... Alexa, please mute the TV. What?
I thought Noki was about to answer you.
Oh, he's sleeping, bro. He's getting
your,
ready for his
he's not your
surgery
Alexa?
tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Got that little...
A little worried for him. Feel bad.
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be good. It's always like this is why I don't want.
He's just got a little growth on.
Like even having a dog for me is like too close of a connection. Like if I stress about my dog as much as I would worry about like a living human being, like I would be a fucking mess all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds miserable.
I mean, not that you're not already.
I'm already miserable, so it like add to my miserableness.
Misery loves company.
Well, that's very true. That's very true.
He's got a little growth on his gums. What is it?
Yeah, it's like some kind of weird gingivitis where and it like grew in a little bubble pocket like near one of his teeth, and it like when it gets bigger and bigger, it will like fuck up the teeth or the jaw, or it can like invert and then go up towards like kind of explode in the brain or the eye in a weird way.
Shit.
So they just like laser it down. I don't know. It's.
You think this vet sees human patients?
I hope so, bro.
Because I got a little bit of work that I need to do.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm like, fucker, I haven't even gone to the dentist for a long time. Can't even afford that shit. That's how much I love you, dog. Literally,
Hey,
dog.
pay attention, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Quit sleeping over there.
I think what draws me to him so much is because he doesn't give me a love back, and that's what I always search for in a partner.
Right, yeah, because your dad never did that to you.
Dad, mom, girlfriends, anybody. Actually, my dad like overtly loves. He loves it's crazy. It's
almost like to the level where it's fake love. Like it's just like, do I believe you or
are you projecting some fatherly problems you have, Pedro?
No,
you and your dad. No. We can bring your dad on here and try to talk it out.
Okay, Phil. That's funny, man.
So I was surprised that you came here today because I saw.
Oh, really? On a Wednesday where we host all this podcast?
I saw that a zookeeper was arrested for sexually assaulting a 12-foot alligator.
Oh.
Actually, he wasn't arrested. He was killed.
By the alligator? Yeah, well, good.
I was like,
yeah,
Pedro?
no shit, you motherfucker. Yeah, you're surprised that you heard a knock on the door this morning? Here in Arizona?
No, it was Florida, of course.
Oh, because I mean, last week.
Obviously, it was Florida, bro.
Hashtag Florida man.
No.
Last week we had the guy that,
Right, that's what I thought was kind of a funny tie because we were talking about necrophilia.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't like talk about necrophilia?
I wonder if afterwards the alligator tried to sexually abuse.
I ate the fuck out of them, dude. Alligators are brutal. Like what is going through your mind that like you pulled on like they watch the security cameras like his pants are down to his ankles behind.
Do we have the footage?
No, unfortunately.
It's probably on one of those like fucked up porn websites.
Like those murder porn websites. That shit's so fucked up, dude.
Yeah, that thing is fucked up.
What is this website's called? There's somebody like
I know there's one because I used to frequent it back in my teenage years, but I never frequented it for like that rape fucking murdery porn. I like
decapitation
the gore,
videos and stuff like
gore
that.
videos. I kind of was into those back in the day.
That shit's so. I can't remember. There's somebody that like it was like 15 years ago that they would always show things from it, and I was like, why do you're going to this website? Like that can't be good for your brain.
It's called the YNC.
Is that one that you use?
That's one that I used.
I can't remember what it was, but yeah, like some shit. Just like
so what? He drops his pants,
goes
like behind the alligator.
Behind the alligator.
Like how do you? You can't even fucking lift that tail, bro. That shit's heavy.
I know, like
how are you gonna get into those private areas? And plus, alligators and crocodiles have that shit inside of them, so you don't know if it's unless you're a zookeeper.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, like it's.
Where is it?
It's just like an opening.
Okay.
For both male and female, and I think it's like almost like in a little pocket in there.
The dick too?
I think so.
It doesn't like pop out.
I'm not sure. I'm not a fucking zoologist.
I was just scared of that.
Yeah.
I love learning about animals' genitalia.
Roosters just sit on chickens, and that's how chickens get pregnant.
It's so weird.
Yeah, that's insane.
And like fish just like lay them, then they just like kind of do a drive-by on them.
They just fucking bukkake that shit all over.
Yeah, that's what's strange. It's strange like how like we're all so primal, like humans try to make this like ceremony all like it's nicer than it is, and like every other animal, and there's like fucks them, fucking eats their babies, eats other people's babies, hit it and quits it. Like penguins are like one of the only like loyal ones.
Birds mate.
Oh, is it all birds?
Yeah. The majority of birds.
Huh?
They mate with this. Their what is that called? No, not polyamorous. Monogamous, yeah.
Oh, birds are?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Like their lifetime, or do they ever get divorced?
I'm sure there's, like I said, I'm an expert at this, and there's times where, the
she's sick of his shit, or vice versa.
He didn't wash the dishes, and he's like, we gotta get the fuck out of here,
dishes,
bitch.
bro. You gotta get to like bird technology. Like the nest is shitty. He's like, yo, your nest game's fucking weak.
You haven't
bro.
even remodeled this nest in like since last spring when we had Johnny.
Throwing the straw and shit everywhere.
Why are you bringing plastic to our nest? Like,
Is that a Planet Earth 2, I think, and had this thing on birds where like they would present and they'd actually like have their homes and they would collect plastic, and do you remember this?
Oh yeah. Like they
soda tops and they'd put them all around their house, and like they'd show off and other birds would steal them for their houses.
Yeah.
And like that's how they would like flex on
it's
other
like
birds.
if I came over here and I like stole your guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
I just hung it up in my house.
Yeah.
You're like, and you come over and you're like, yeah, that's my guitar now, bitch.
Dude, there's people actually that are like that though. Like people that like steal like from parties and shit like that.
You haven't noticed the missing bong?
I know, right? I actually know I'd never smoke out of bongs, even though I have some.
I love bong heads.
But isn't it, that's such a like that kind of shit always like sat really wrong with me. Like people that like would just, even if it's like
Kleptomaniacs?
just stealing. Yeah, I guess that's what it would be, right? But
People
it's
addicted to stealing.
Yeah.
But just stealing in general.
yeah. For that little rush, but also because they're like, oh, I just want this. Like,
Yeah.
it's probably not. You could say it's a kleptomaniac, but I think also it's probably just a piece of shit person sometimes too, right?
It's also that little sinister feeling that we all have inside, like, oh, should I do something bad?
Yeah.
You know, but that we pay no attention to usually, you know, because you're like, oh, fuck no, I'm a better person than that.
Well, I pay a lot of attention to the devil on my shoulder, bro. I'm always high fiving him.
Yeah. With BFFs.
Yeah, we're homies. I never had sticky fingers though.
I think I stole like gum once, and I was just like, eh.
Yeah.
I never got a rush or like, and then I've never had the like wanting to steal anything more than that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I value what people have, or like,
Yeah, from a person, I can see it. Like I dated a girl that would like steal shit from Nordstrom's all the time.
but that's still like I don't
Like $100 of things. I was like,
I don't get that.
I mean, I get it if you're gonna like, if you love that kind of clothes and you're gonna be dropping $1,000 on Nordstrom clothes all the time. It's like, I mean, I guess I get it for that reason, but
I just personally would never do it.
yeah, but yeah, I know.
Like I feel like we always come around to this topic in this podcast. It's people are pieces of shit.
yeah,
People suck out there, man.
it's yeah, that's an easy way to say it, or it's like they're just trying to fill this like empty void too.
Well, fucking see a
We're all
therapist,
just trying
man.
we're all just trying to fucking not feel like we're just floating on a space space
rack. Titty
space
rack.
rock, just in this ever expanding galaxy. We want to like fill it with something, you know, whether it's a plant inside of your house or a candy bar from the store, or like
I fucking guess.
new dress from Nordstrom. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's
I always
like,
joke around, it's like when you hear about all these bad people and shit like that, it's like, it's like I'd probably do the same. Like, what have morals ever gotten me? You know, like what is my?
I hate. Yeah, I catch myself with that too. And like, do you believe in karma? Do you think there's?
Oh
like,
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
There's a vibe.
I don't know if it's like exactly karma, but I would imagine if there's some kind of energy constantly flowing, if we're all made of something, then probably something. I don't know. Why fucking risk it, I guess, is the other thing too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, why cross to the dark side and be like, yeah, well, fuck everything. It's like, yeah, but that's your mentality. Like that, it's probably gonna not end up well for you.
No. And then also like, yeah, whether it be heaven, hell, or whatever wherever the fuck we
Earth.
end up, yeah. What is that? What is that place? It's biblical. You go to it.
Lighthouse?
No,
Jerusalem?
No, you go to it if like when you die,
Mm-hmm.
and like it gives you a chance to recover all your sins. What's that? Not recover, but like get rid of.
It's like a 12-step program for heaven.
Fuck! What is that word called? God damn it!
Is that what it is?
No. God damns you!
I don't know. Would you rather replay all your
stuck in-
mistakes? Oh, limbo.
No, it's a sort of limbo, not heaven or hell, but there's a specific word for it. It's a place that you go to if you're a religious, follower.
Oh, I wonder what it's called.
Yeah.
I know about the rapture and
We have
in-betweeners
fucking
and
3
all this
devices
kind of
here
thing.
that we could figure out.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, going through all of your mistakes, like, I would probably just rather go to hell. I don't want to relive all that shit.
I don't think it's reliving in a sense. It's just you understanding and asking for some type of forgiveness.
But isn't just living through and trying to make yourself better after all those things? I mean, like, we're all going to make mistakes and fuck up. Like, do you have to recover from, like, if you're like, yeah, I'm sorry for this thing from 5 years ago or 20 or 30 years ago, 40 years ago. It's like, I mean, haven't we moved past it by this point, bro? Just fast forward. Let me in.
Open them gates.
Let me go hang with my homies.
And I know my dog's up there.
Yeah. Noki, Lydia. At the bottom of this article about the rapey zookeeper, there's in this Columbus Zoo in 2012, there's 3 people arrested because people would pay them to let them into the zoo after hours and have sex with the animals. Is that fucked up?
Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah. So I was thinking, like,
they're ahead of the game.
So, like, what animal would you have sex with if you were allowed to go in there? I would do it just to go into the zoo after hours.
Just go cuddle with the animal?
No, I just go into the zoo without fucking having kids and families and shit all around. Just be like...
Because we hate those.
Yeah, I hate all those. I just hate people in general. It's not... I'm not an ageist. I just... Any kind of person I don't like.
Yeah. Which is amazing how long you put up with me.
It is amazing.
Like, I'm surprised. I gotta give you some props.
It's the artistic endeavor of podcasting. It keeps it afloat.
Are you like constantly looking for a new co-host? Like, I'm always like on
Seems like a lot of work.
Be like, oh god, Pete fucking didn't contribute anything this week. I gotta find myself somebody else. I think it'd be a giraffe though.
Oh, a giraffe. That's what you'd have sex with?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
It'd be like on a fucking ladder, bro.
Well, they sleep standing up, don't they?
That's true. That's a fun giraffe fact.
Oh, fucking A, man. I need some food.
Food. Back to space, though. There's because we brought it up last week. I wanted to bring it up. China's...
Space is fake, hashtag.
Yeah, exactly. China's seeds.
China.
The cotton seeds, they started sprouting.
No way.
Yeah, which was like, everybody was making a huge deal about it. They're like...
Is it in like a greenhouse state? Or is it...
like in caps, like...
It's gotta be.
Yeah,
it's gotta be. But it's in the moon soil?
Yeah, exactly.
Martian shit.
So they were like, oh, this is rad because then we could build those space stations, like humans could sustain and live up there for a while. And then an hour ago, like everybody's like, oh, it died. So hope is over. We're all dead. No plants in space.
Did they water it properly? God damn it.
Yeah, I was like,
and they're on the dark side of the moon, so it's not even getting sunlight.
There's that, and nobody was talking to it. Like, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy, you're looking fucking fine today.
You gonna grow with what?
Are you sprouting?
You sprouting or what?
Sprouting. You blossoming, motherfucker. I'm gonna call you Charlie.
Are any of us sprouting?
I tried to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking stayed up till 2:30 this morning.
Oh,
finishing up my...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
My short story.
A short story. How do you feel about it?
I feel good about it, actually. Yeah.
Are you gonna... Oh, yeah, you're gonna do like a release of all your short stories, you think, at the end of the year or something?
Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah. Because I actually fucking had a dream that I made... for some reason, it was out of clay. Mm-hmm. I fucking made a book out of clay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's the best move to do.
Right. And then it was in a different language, so only I can read them, you know. Do it better. It's very jovial.
Like with technology and everything now, it's like, why would you put it on the internet or anything when you could make it out of clay?
Of course. Yeah. I just...
What do you got, Alzheimer's?
In the dream, I pictured you behind me, like, what's his name? Patrick Swayze in Ghost.
Oh, right.
Is that the actor?
Yeah.
Am I butchering it?
I think that's right.
Oh.
I've never seen it, but I know of it.
Yeah, so in my dream, you were behind me like that, and we were both making the book.
Is this true?
No, it's not.
Oh, crap.
Wow. There's something else going on.
Yeah.
No, but it was out of clay, and the paper, you know, what I wrote it on was actual paper. Mm-hmm. But it was like a hard cover out of clay.
Okay.
Yeah. My dreams have been fucking weird.
Mine kind of... I've been sleeping really bad the last couple of days. I don't know why. Yeah.
Are you drinking? We just got our 15-day sober chip, man.
Yeah, I still got it. I gave it away for a drink. There's a place on
bought a
like,
drink
there's a
with
place
it.
off Shea that's like right next to the AA meetings that they do that. They take the tokens for drinks.
Are you serious?
It's literally
that
next
is so
door.
fucked up,
I
but
know.
hilarious at the same time.
It's like a token. It's like a Chuck
They're
E.
the
Cheese
devil on
token.
your shoulder.
That'd be a better name for the bar.
Really? What's it called right now?
Ernie's.
I've been to that place.
Me too. Like super blacked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't Dave and Buster's this time?
Not that time, bro. I don't
You know,
what
Dave and
that
Buster's
is.
I used to work at Dave and Buster's when it was called Jillian's.
Really? That was the thing? Like, they bought Dave and Buster's?
I think it was always Dave and Buster's, and it was Dave and Buster's. You know how like Carl's Jr. and other places is called something else?
Carl's Jr. does that too?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm learning so much.
Yeah. Yeah, Carl's Jr. Don't fucking make me doubt myself.
I had no idea.
No, like, you know how like different places are, like in the different states are called something else sometimes, but it's the same company overall. And I think Jillian's was always Dave and Buster's, but then they just changed the name there. Yeah. I used to work, and we used to fucking get the rice and some tortillas, and we just fucking went to town all the time, dude. Because I was just a little stoner kid, you know,
Right.
running food back and
You ever
forth.
eating rice and tortillas? There was
Rice and tortillas.
Wasn't anything better to eat.
No, there was, but I mean, I was always just high and always.
Oh, you're just like,
give me rice and tortillas. I want my rice. I want my tortillas. You know.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I got in trouble for it though.
That's too bad.
And then one time, a buddy and I, he had a beat up like '86 Ford Escort, and we used to get out really late, you know, because Dave and Buster's, and we parked in the back, and there was nobody in the parking lot when we got out, and it's just big parking lot.
Yeah.
So we're drifting this little '86 fucking Ford Escort, piece of shit car, just all in the parking like hitting shopping carts and shit, bro.
Nice.
Like just being reckless little fucking 15, 16-year-olds.
Those were the best.
Oh,
like
they
ghost,
really were.
Ghost right in the
15,
whip.
16, I should be a little embarrassed by that, but no. And then the next day we come into work and they're like, so they sat us both down and we're like, so we saw the footage.
Oh, really?
Of what you guys were doing
Yeah.
last night. And they're like, what are you guys talking about? And then you just see this fucking car like hitting shopping carts here and left and right, dude. You're just like, oh, so are we fired? They're like, no, just don't do it again.
That's
Like,
funny that they
all right.
even fire you for that. It's funny how like reckless you are when you're a kid, though.
Yeah.
And it's like the things like cars. Like me and my friends would do that stupid, like ghost riding the whip, for example. Like throw it in low gear and just all run outside like Chinese fire drills in the middle of lights. We would throw shit out of our car at other people's cars. We
That's so funny.
like fake pull over people with light. Like I wouldn't like what the fuck. Like
Yeah, who are we? Like,
I know it's just so.
well, obviously, we now have this podcast when we know who we are. Back then, we didn't know who we
Damn,
were.
that's true. That's probably
Deep,
a lot.
bro.
But all the kids are like, and it's funny, like your parents or somebody, like luckily you have a car this age, and you're just like, oh, thanks. And
Yeah.
you're just like, yeah, just doing so much fucking stupid shit with it. It's crazy.
We went to the park to walk the dogs the other day, and I saw these tire marks up on the field. You know,
Yeah.
the big soccer field, whatever. And I saw these tire marks and just like donuts and you know, left and right.
Yeah.
And I was like, these fucking assholes. Who would fucking do it? And I was like, that was fucking me.
I know you always have-
like I was like, I used to do that shit.
Did we say this last week too? Where like you hate when you see people that have done shit that you used to do because you like you look down on it, you're like, oh, that's so fucking stupid. But you're like, I did that.
Yeah, I
So
don't
maybe that's why it bothers you more or something that you're
but
like.
then I was at the same time, you gotta like take it into perspective. Like, you know, that's probably like a 16-year-old. He
Oh,
just
yeah.
got this
I hope
car.
so. Like, what if it was like a 60-year-old?
Yeah, fuck you, truck.
Fill the roll around my dick. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Do any of us really know who we are?
I have one last thing about that. I finally watched that Black Mirror.
What's that?
Bandersnatch?
Bandersnatch.
Finally watched it.
Did you like it?
Not as much as I thought I would. Just because I love
the
Black.
big, you know, issue with everybody because they were
Oh,
expecting.
did a lot of people say that?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I've only reached 2 endings, but I know you can rewatch it tons of times
Right.
and it'd be different. With
Which I
different
just like don't
choices.
care to do that with, I guess, either. Does he end up killing his dad every single time?
What? No, you can choose not to.
Really? Then what happens? He doesn't make the game, or doesn't go as good?
I can't remember.
Huh. Because I know, like, if you cut him up, then the dog found him. Then the other way that you could kill him, I forgot how. Like, oh yeah, cutting up his body in, like, the bathtub. Then the game blew up. He didn't get killed.
Yeah, but he went, like, psycho.
Yeah, then he went to jail. Was there a happy ending?
Did you see the ending where it showed now, like, present day, and it was, what's his name? Rittman?
I can't remember.
The guy that gives him the acid.
Oh, right, yeah.
Where he's
I
like,
like that character. He's
oh,
cool.
I liked him too,
Yeah.
dude. It was his daughter now recreating this game.
Right, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Okay.
My biggest takeaway from it, and like the thing that kind of like tickled my brain, I guess, was the part where they're talking about like how there's always different, life's always happening in this interconnected but not connected kind of timeline, and like I was thinking about deja vu and like what deja vu is, or dreams could be that same kind of thing. We kind of talked about it last week, but like let's talk about deja vu. It's like this weird moment where like you feel like you lived it before. Like I wonder if it's like one of those like central dots, and because you're like you always kind of get like a bad feeling about deja vu or think something's gonna happen. Like is that a choice then at that moment that like what you do next is like that butterfly effect of like what the outcome is?
That split,
Yeah, like and the time. Like is that when you can hop scenarios? Like is that when you get to choose in life? Like I know obviously you make more choices than that, but like what would be the purpose of like those deja vu moments? Like is it like this weird flashback of being like I remember like I made this one, even if that's the whole thing with butterfly effect, right? It can be the smallest little change, and it'll change the whole outcome of your life.
Right. Is this the universe giving me that little second option of how
a little hint.
Is
that your karma kind of being like, hey, we've played this out before, whether it's in a dream you didn't remember, or maybe it's like, a trip that you were on drugs one time that you kind of remember this alternate timeline. I'm like, it's kind of interesting. And that it kind of like got me, I was like, I don't know. I think I just have always wanted to connect with deja vu in some way because it's such a fucking strange thing.
It is.
It's so strange. Like I've been here before. Know these people that I've never seen
and not just because you do it every day or whatever,
right?
And it's like holy shit.
Especially when you're in the weird situations, like where somewhere you haven't been before, around people you've never seen, and you're like, I know all of this,
right?
And I know what's gonna happen next, or you see it, and I'm like,
that's trippy. Dude.
I don't know.
I really enjoyed when he's like, he was saying, we exist in different timelines. Mm-hmm. This isn't our only life,
right?
And he gives you the choice, like, are you gonna jump or am I gonna?
Right. I did both.
I only chose him.
Yeah.
But then I like stopped watching after that.
It's the wrong choice if you do the other one, so nothing can't really go farther because you just die in the movie at least. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like
maybe there's a sequel or not necessarily that, but like, does your soul travel to another one of these timelines? And
I don't know. I think it's almost like a different entity. Weird. It's like we have like almost clones in a weird way that like we're programmed the same. We have some of the same like way that we function.
This theory I've heard before too, and it's not just I got it off of this Bandersnatch. I think I heard it on a podcast.
It's like 13 different dimensions or something, 11 or 13, something like that. Yeah,
that's weird. But I mean, at the same time, this is the only one we know of.
Right.
So don't take it for granted.
Yeah, make the best out of it. Mm-hmm. Fucking do some cool shit.
Bust a nut on that face.
Well, I mean, okay.
No?
That's one thing to do.
People do it. People make money doing that.
People even do it in alligators, I guess.
Or giraffes.
Or try. Or giraffes if they had the choice.
A big laugh
chance. What'd you say?
A big enough ladder.
Yeah, that's true. Like that's funny that you say that because like that's like the ladder GoFundMe. Remember for getting over the wall?
Yeah.
So like I wonder because they just had to refund all the people that donated to build the wall, so they had to refund the $20 million to all those people. So I wonder if the ladder one had to refund the people that for the ladder one. So maybe there's like an excess of ladders they could use, then start a group for fucking giraffes.
Giraffe fucking.
But
Go
I need
find-
something a little like less subtle than giraffe fuckers. Giraffe fuckers anonymous. And Jeffrey the Giraffe could come back from Toys R Us after they went bankrupt. He'd be like, he could make his big comeback.
Yeah, he could LL Cool J that shit. Don't call it a comeback. Why? Because Toys R Us has been here for years.
That's true. Woodstock's making a comeback.
Is it?
Yeah, 50th.
Do you think it's going to
anniversary.
be as big as the original Woodstock?
I don't know. That's so crazy, dude. I would.
That was just like a
I would've loved-
phenomenon, bro.
Could you imagine? Phenomenon. But that would be amazing to be a part of that kind of thing. And just as an audience, obviously performing would be like,
yeah.
holy fucking shit.
These people thought that it was going to be like 50,000 people, like this.
Right.
It's going to be like.
It was like in this dude's like farm. And then all of a sudden,
yeah. It was just like massive amount.
Dude.
I don't even know what the number is, but it was just this ridiculous amount of people that showed up.
It's like, I don't.
But if you look at the headlines, bro, like.
For sure.
Like every show that was going on was a headlining artist.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like Janis Joplin, fucking tons of
other ones.
All those other ones.
Janis
Janis
Joplin,
and all those other ones.
other good ones.
Yeah. But I mean they were all just fucking
Kenny Loggins.
Kenny Rogers. Sure was in there. Janis Joplin, did I say Janis Joplin?
I mean, come on, Janis Joplin.
Ah, somebody buy our Mercedes Benz.
Pretty sure Pink Zeppelin was there. But that would have been, I don't know, like, just watching all those people trip out on drugs and, like, no phones and, like, all traveling in their car. I mean, that's what kind of what Burning Man, I guess, is a little bit.
Yeah.
But not, like, the same. For me, like, it's cool because of music, Mm-hmm. But that would have been
Janis Joplin.
Janis Joplin was there. But that would be an amazing thing to, like, witness and see and experience. I guess they tried doing one in 99 was the last one. But there was so much, like, sexual assault and shit. Which I guess is a huge thing that happens at a lot of festivals now.
I mean, come on, you're drugged out.
Yeah. Well, then the thing is, too, like, groping. Because all the people get so close, and everybody pushes forward to try to get closer and closer to the stage. And
is that the beginning of the #MeToo movement?
I mean, it could be. But
I mean, it's all been brewing, right?
But it is pretty gross, like, because you kind of, and, like, I've noticed it more and more as, like, you see these kind of headlines come out, and you're like, yeah, people are fucking creepy. Or, like, that's, like, if you see, like, a girl, like, crowd surfing, I'm just like, dude, I mean, obviously it's cool, because, like, crowd surf, like, it is a cool thing, but, like, fucking weird ass guys are fucking groping you,
or even
dude.
weird ass
like,
fucking girls.
Yeah, that's true too. It's
trying
just
to slip a finger up in his booty shorts.
I know. It's just like fuck. Crowd surfing is fun. We've never done that before.
No, but I've mosh pit. Like
yeah.
I've jumped into mosh pit.
I'm way too old for that now.
Way too old for that now. Well, actually, I went and saw Immortal Technique and Jedi Mind Tricks. Actually, probably 3 years ago. And there was a mosh pit there, and I definitely jumped in the mosh pit. Because I was like, dude, that is so dope.
It's weird, like, there's certain times, like, I've had it, probably, like 2 years ago was probably my last time, like, I actually, like, went in, because I'm usually just kind of, like, watching with a beer on the side now. Like, I'll dance a little bit for whatever certain bands, but I'm not, like, gonna, like, get up there and, like, I'm like, no,
Right.
But it is funny, there is still some music, though, like, especially with all these, like, 10-year anniversaries, that's when I find myself, I'm like, yeah, like, I'm fucking getting back in there, it's a funny, it's so, man, there's so much, like, childhood, like, memories of, like, just pits and stuff, and just, like, losing yourself inside of these, like, inside of music, I guess that's what kind of Woodstock was.
What it is, yeah. What was the band, God, one of my exes was really into them. I'm blanking on the name, but I met them. I went on their tour bus, and I got the CD signed. I wish I could remember their name.
Lots of brain farts today, Pedro.
Oh, it's been a doozy. But it's this like band that you wouldn't even fucking mosh to.
Yeah.
That people were moshing to, and I was like,
Janis Joplin?
Fuck it. Yeah, maybe Janis Joplin. That acoustic version of "Please Buy Me a Mercedes Benz."
Have you ever seen the Wall of Death before? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, where like the two
separate the two sides, and it's like when I lower my hand, like everybody just charges at each other. Like
that's like an old
gladiators
war.
and
Yeah,
shit. That's crazy. Like those old wars, dude.
Yeah.
That's just like a whole other kind of fighting, especially the drummer boy. It's like, and on all the pictures, and he's not in the back.
No,
he's in the fucking front. He's like,
he just
what
fucking loses his left arm with a fucking cannon straight to the other side.
Like, yeah, don't fuck up the drummer. He's like, he's giving us the tunes, bro. Like, there's like an unspoken thing for both sides.
The one's just holding the flag too. Like, I mean, I guess
that's true.
I guess you could like poke somebody with it, like try to like shish kebab a human.
Yeah, that's big dick energy for sure.
That drummer,
I'm holding the flag. There's like only one guy. He's like, yeah, but he's like probably super stoked about it. Probably like a little slow in the head. It's just like, and the parents probably don't really care about him. It's like, you're gonna do it. We love you. We're so proud.
He was the Rudy of the 1800s.
Just like the drummer's his best friend. The drummer and the fucking flag guy. They're like, we'll lead the way, boys.
This is it. But yeah,
they're like, we got the strongest army. They're like so patriotic. They're like, nobody's gonna die. Like, they have no idea, bro. We're fucking tearing them up.
Like Braveheart types.
Ah, shit!
This fucking cannon flies in. You're just looking at it the whole time, like, oh.
Dude, those old wars were so fucking crazy, man. And not even like even going to like World War One or Two when there's like trenches and people would just stay in trenches for like months on end waiting for ceasefire.
Yeah. Or you know what's crazy? Like when it was a trench war and like it was a holiday or whatever, and both sides were like, all right, yeah, let's agree to just, have dinner together and have a peaceful night. But then the next day,
was that a thing?
Yeah, you go back to your trenches,
really?
Bro. Like, and
I didn't know about
start
that.
shooting at each other again.
That's insane.
That's
dude.
fucking crazy.
I mean, all war is crazy, even if you think about now with like tanks and hidden
drones.
Yeah, drones but that's all war, but that old like charge and just
where you had to fucking
bayonets and stuff too. And
you had to grab this little lead fucking ball, drop it into your fucking
the
rifle.
muskets. That's right.
You have to pound it down with some fucking gunpowder and a stick.
Yeah,
and then you get to fire.
And then the funny thing is too, or not really funny, but like, look at you're loading your musket, and you like cut your hand. Like, all the dirt and bacteria. Like, think about all the slow death that happens.
Now you have to get your arm amputated.
I know. Like, while you're awake.
Yeah.
Like, a medic during those times.
That's where Bite the Bullet came from.
Yeah, so they bite it when they were getting something cut.
Do we just repeat everything on this podcast?
I think we just probably both have heard that from another podcast.
Probably.
I think that's where Lucky Strike came from, too. The cigarettes. Where it was back in those days.
You flip your Lucky. Or the cigarette brand Lucky Strike.
Lucky Strikes.
Okay, go ahead.
Because what would happen was in certain packs, and I don't know if this is a myth or not, but I'm pretty sure I've looked it up and it was true, that they would put a marijuana cigarette in like one in every like so many.
Ooh.
So that would be your Lucky Strike that like you would hit it and be like, oh shit. Like I got
What if we were trying to do
like 30 days sober? Somebody would just pull up. They're like, you're in the trenches.
God damn it! God, there goes my 15-day sobriety.
Could have been drinking whiskey this whole time. That's like a hard
No, but why people used to flip their.
What was that? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I smoked a lot when I was younger. You'd flip a Lucky, I guess is what it was called. I can't remember the term for
Damn it, Pedro.
But you flip the cigarette in your pack. You flip the cigarette upside down so the filter was pointing downwards, and that cigarette, the top of it was pointing upwards.
Yeah.
Contrary to all the other cigarettes.
Okay.
And you would save that, and even if that was like if you had 2 cigarettes left and that was one of them, you never gave that away.
Gotcha.
Because in wartime people did that, and it's like if they got to smoke that cigarette, that was lucky. Because they're not dead. Or something like that. They didn't die, and they were able to smoke that cigarette or something.
Damn,
I just
now I'm feeding for a cigarette again.
Dude, you know what's funny? I had a dream that I told you this. I was like, bro, let's go smoke a cigarette.
I would do it so fast.
Oh, dude. You want to get a pack of Lucky Strikes? Maybe we'll get the one with
those are pretty good, actually.
I like non-filter?
No, I like a filter on my cigarette. Unless I'm rolling. I self-rolled for a while.
Yeah, pussy.
But I only self-rolled because I thought it was cool because everybody else is doing it.
It was definitely cheaper.
It's definitely cheaper, but it's also like, oh yeah, I roll my own, like, top or.
What's that other one? Starts with a B.
What's the Spirit one?
American Spirit.
Yeah, that was the cool one to roll. Those blue packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Roll my own.
Did you ever get the little machine that like rolled it
Fuck
for
yeah.
you?
I still have it for joints.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, that's how you roll a nice joint.
Well, I can roll a nice joint without one.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty good joint roller.
Not very good.
Never was a good blunt roller, but I always had a black friend to come along and help me with that.
That's definitely racist.
Is it?
Yeah, bro.
To have a black friend? I think I'm
That you
being
relied
progressive.
on for blunts.
Hey, man! He's
And now
like,
you change your voice too.
don't we all?
Okay,
Don't we all? Come on. This is where we're getting shut down.
Yeah, what up?
Yo, man, I need a blunt. This is like I use him like as a Postmate blunt delivery boy,
Speaking of blunts, I think you mentioned that you you could roll them or something. I have an eighth that I haven't.
I can roll it.
We should do,
but I mean it won't be as good as a joint that I roll.
Because we were talking about on our 30-day mark
January
on this
30th,
podcast,
yeah.
which happens to be a Wednesday, that we're gonna roll a blunt and smoke it, so it'll be even worse than this podcast today.
And you all will be subjected to
But
it.
I think that sounds fun. I think we should do
No,
that.
we should do it. And maybe have like a OE, a 40 of OE.
I'd be down to get a 40 with it. It'd be funny. I hate Old English. That's
I know.
So
Isn't that the
nasty,
worst?
Dude. What's the monkey? What's it called when you put orange juice in it? Beastie Boys had a song on it. God, we cannot.
Brass monkey?
Is that the brass monkey?
Brass monkey.
That's when you put. Is that when you put the orange juice? Yeah.
I didn't know that's what that song was.
Yeah. Nasty.
Really?
Nasty, dude.
It sounds funny. OE itself, like Old English itself, is nasty.
You know the nasty.
Is it a malt liquor?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like a Mickey's?
Mickey's isn't as bad though as that. Steel Reserve is definitely worse. That's what I started on. That was
Steel Reserve.
Steel Reserve's so bad, dude. Oh my god.
So we're gonna roll a blunt.
Yeah, so we're gonna roll a blunt. That's right.
That'd be fun, bro. God, I haven't smoked a blunt in so long. I think last time
We're
I
gonna get
smoked
way too high. I'm gonna have like jacking on for those weed shivers again.
I think I'm gonna. Yeah, we're gonna be like 2 puffs in, and I'm gonna be like.
I know.
I'm
I don't know if I ever like get
like having a
that
stroke.
bad.
I'm having a stroke on the podcast.
A different level. Like, now you're like backing up all the reefer madness. You're like, you go blind, you can't talk anymore. Like, goddamn, what are they fucking smoking?
The CBD's getting to me.
My tolerance is already super low. So you're right. When we start smoking those, it'll be like,
maybe we should stick to a joint.
Yeah, maybe. But
because the other aspect to it.
Because I have that eighth, then like I'm not gonna. I don't know. Maybe I will smoke it.
We can roll like 3 joints.
That's true. We could do that too.
And like the thing about blunts is it's got that tobacco aspect to it.
It's true.
That like I guess I've smoked nicotine, but it's different, dude. And it just it doubles your fucking high. Like that's what we used to say back then. It's like, oh yeah, dude, this will double your high. Like a cigarette. That was the best feeling in the world, dude.
I never had that. I always thought that was weird.
Like smoking a bowl and then smoking a cigarette right afterwards. That's the best tasting cigarette and like.
But I always love spliffs.
Spliffs, they have to be done right, and the ratio from weed to marijuana has to be like the perfect amount.
That's why I started rolling cigarettes.
I see.
Because I was like, a person I worked with at Hollywood Video was huge on them. Because like during our breaks, it'd be like the perfect little high, get a little nicotine buzz, go back to work, bada bing, bada boom, talk some movies, clock out, bro.
Boom, bitches. Steal some troll eggs sours.
Oh yeah,
trolley egg sours.
Monster Energy drinks.
A couple Snickers bars. Fuck it.
That's what I was gonna say after the Brass Monkey. You know what the grossest drink in a song I ever heard was? It's a national song called Pink Rabbits, which is a great song, but the drink is
sounds like a sex toy.
That's kind of, but the drink is
Actually,
Pink Nesquik and tequila.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! Pink Nesquik. Pink Nesquik is the worst on its own.
Oh, fuck off, dude.
You like Pink Nesquik?
I mean, I don't think I would drink it now, but as a kid, I was like, I like artificial strawberry.
I mean, I guess I do too, because I like artificial flavored.
Yeah, didn't you bring Sour Patch Kids to work the other day?
Artificial flavor. Okay, that's different. It's not like a milky drink. That's just powder and doesn't even
like
require
like
milk.
Pepto-Bismol, I would be like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I'll chug it.
I would drink. I enjoyed Pepto-Bismol.
Did you?
Yeah, I
You're
did. Actually.
fucking weird,
yeah.
bro.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about me. What happens if you do the pink and chocolate one? Literally like a strawberry.
It's fucking
chocolate?
diarrhea
That'd
blowout.
probably be good, right?
Yeah. And you can just add water to that shit, huh?
Water, milk.
Milk?
Yeah, you're doing milk.
I mean, I did it with water sometimes.
God damn it.
Sometimes, you know, you can't afford
my
milk.
white privilege
sometimes.
is really.
Yeah, blooming right now. Unlike that Mars plant. Or
Very good. Way to circle. We circled one conversation back today. Whoa.
I posted on the Instagram story the other day. I put my bar cart back up because I took down my Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. And on my bar cart, I have an inspirational board. And it said, no drinking till January 30th.
Oh, did you made it funny?
I misspelled fucking January.
Oh, that's it. I mean, that was always a tough one for me to spell.
January.
That
how I spelled
that and exercise. Funny enough, there's a couple words I have that I'm just like, I'm so stupid.
I always used to say exercise. I had a T in there, exercise.
Huh? Yeah, that's funny.
And I was just like, I think that's.
My spelling's horrendous.
I think my dad told me, he's like, you're saying that wrong, right?
You don't know me, Dad.
I'm in school, you're not. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right.
Exercise.
Exercise.
I exercise my right to be right.
Exercise your demons is what you should do.
Damn, dude, that's dark, man. Don't
Is it?
say shit like that.
You're wearing the same purple beanie, man.
You told me that I wear it every day. I had to.
That joint over there is giving me little eyes, man. You got a little pre-roll over there that's just like blinking at me.
There for like 2 months.
I know, but now for the past 15 days, I'm over here like, ooh, girl.
I just miss the kind of the flavor of it. It's weird.
I want to put you in my mouth.
I haven't really missed alcohol as much as I thought I would.
That's good, bro.
I guess.
I mean, the first 4 days you almost came in.
And
then after the first week, we knew that going into it. The first week was just going to be the worst. Especially because in December, it's like...
That's the thing.
It's just
I
like
didn't wean off of it in any sense of the word. I was going hard.
November, December, Turkey Day, fucking Christmas.
October,
it's just like...
bro.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Weather's a little crisper, colder.
Bro, you're just fucking chugging them beers. You know what I'm saying?
That is what I miss. So, like, going on walks with that little precious guy over there. Taking, like, a shot of whiskey. And then walking around... for like, you know, good mind. Like, I don't know, like something about having that like one.
Did one shot of whiskey do anything to you?
I would. That's all I would allow myself to do. But prior to like the walk, 'cause like I wanted to like either write something in my head or get some actual podcasting in which I was like recollecting and putting things together. I didn't want to get like.
I guess it'd be the same if I was like, all right, I'm gonna take my dogs for a walk, and then I just take a couple hits of this bowl.
Right. Exactly.
But I mean, if I feel like with marijuana, you get that immediate effect.
Yeah.
And with whiskey or alcohol, you have to do a couple of, you know. So I've never seen the point in just taking one shot and then doing something. I mean, if I'm pre-gaming to go out, I would be like, all right, I'm take 4 shots.
Talk about adolescence again, pre-gaming. That's a thing of the past.
Yeah.
Now it's a thing of being poor. So it's like if I'm going out, it's like I'll kind of get a buzz on just for that sake.
Yeah,
but
that way I only have 1 or 2 beers there.
Yeah,
and then.
But how many like 20-year-old? I don't even know how do you know how you say that? How many like 21st birthday parties have you gone to where you pregame and everybody like blacks out before you even go to the bar? I remember like one of my girlfriends when she turned 21, she was like, we pre-gamed, and she was like throwing up before we even left.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I actually do remember that.
Like that's happened to so many people.
I haven't stopped puffing on this.
Pre-gaming way too hard.
No, I do remember that. And it's like, did we ever even make it out that night? Like,
yeah, my worst habit was concerts when I first started going to a lot of shows and when I was drinking too. I was like, why am I drinking so much prior to going to an event that I'm paying for to enjoy?
Yeah.
Like, if anything, this should be the time I should be like more sober. And I learned that the
or
hard
maybe get
way.
fucked up there.
Or
if
that,
you could.
at least you're kind of like taking it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
and you're more conscious because like, oh shit, this is an $8 beer. all right.
Yeah.
I'm probably just going to have 2 of these and then call it a night.
Exactly.
And you take in more of the experience of the show.
You sip it a little bit more, and it's not as fucking hazy. But goddamn, I blacked out so many shows.
You said hazy, and just that Sierra Nevada hazy IPA came to mind.
I love hazy, like juicy, hoppy IPAs.
Ooh. I remember we went to... Remember when we went for my birthday to Angry Crab?
Yes.
We had like those hazies there.
Those are good.
We started with that.
I want to go back there again. I love that place. I really want to go to that hot, juicy crawfish or whatever it's called.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I'm down to try it out.
Try it out.
Try it out.
All right.
You got anything else to wrap this bitch up?
Are we gonna wrap this shit up with anything interesting? I don't know. I guess Flint schools got funded by.
I did see that.
Elon Musk. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, he gave like water filtration system.
Yeah.
Well, it's about fucking time.
That he did it?
No, that something was done.
Yeah, I know. Well, I guess last July too, he also funded people in their house that weren't getting drinking water, and he paid to fix their houses as well. So I think it's going to be some quid pro quo. Is that how you, I always mispronounce that?
I know what you're saying.
Quid pro quo, something like
quid pro quo.
I mean, he's looking for a favor in return at some point, so he's gonna like build the first
like I remember
evil
when
like laboratory or something in Flint, Michigan. It's like, you know, something's gonna bloom up there for sure.
I see.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
It's like you guys owe me.
Yeah.
They're like, I mean, technically we do.
I mean, like you gave us good water, so. But I mean, is he gonna? Like he won't turn on the Michigan people, right?
You don't think so?
Nah. Because, I mean, they're the ones supporting him. They're allowing this to happen.
That's true. Yeah, because, I mean, they're not going to fight it. They're like, don't want clean water. And then there's like, he just kind of winks at them. He's like, here you go.
Yeah. You have a good wink, by the way.
I'm creepy.
Yeah.
Like, he fixes somebody's house and then like just spanks the wife on the way out.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like,
okay.
What?
I guess.
He's like, yeah.
He fucking gave you water. What do you want?
He's like, just a really creepy laugh.
Is that how he laughs?
Probably.
Yeah, maybe. He's a robot. Yeah.
Those are tunnel things that he did in LA are crazy. Have you seen them? I saw like on some local news network he was with an anchor and he took her down to one of them and like rode in a car through it. It's pretty crazy. And
it's just for faster transportation? Or what?
Yeah, basically it's like your car goes into this port and then it sends it out into, it can go up to like 125 miles per hour and it just basically zips you there.
Jesus Christ.
And I guess different cars can be in there because there's like sensors so they wouldn't collide or something. But
yeah.
That also seems a little... But
far out.
But I mean, fuck, if you've been in LA traffic before, it's like, I'll get in a car, I'll get killed. Yeah. I don't care if I don't have to wait 3 hours to go to the fucking beach.
When you live 15 minutes away.
Yeah, it's miserable.
That's the world we live in, yeah.
All right, well, on that note, that beautiful note.
Thank you.
In a world where Nikes have self-lacing shoes, I guess this will wrap up the episode.
Well, wasn't that, back in the day?
Was it?
Those good old Back to the Future
self-pumps?
days, right?
Remember those shoes?
Oh, those are fucking worthless.
I never experienced
I never had them either, but buddies of mine would get them, and I was like, what does that fucking do?
Yeah.
Just comforts their foot. All right.
I mean, it probably does a little bit, but now we've learned more and more, the more cushion you have in the shoe, the worse it really is for you.
Yeah.
So, you take what you will with that, I guess.
Thank you for listening, people.
See you next. Well, not see you, hear you. No, we won't hear you. You'll hear us next week, unfortunately.
We're going to put out another episode next week.
That's exactly what it is.
So, we love you. Rate, subscribe, follow. Click the boxes blindly. Hit the I agree button, and
doesn't matter. As soon as you started self-promoting, they already ended.
That's true. Well, I mean, I think they just dropped off like minute 37.
I don't blame them.
I don't either.
But
have you heard
do
your voice?
Blame them. I don't like it. It gets more soothing as the episode goes.
Yeah,
it gets dronier, more syrupy.
I feel like we can have a very sexual podcast.
We could do one of those podcasts where it's all about that.
Oh yeah, the people that are addicted to like those noises.
Like drinking and eating food.
You know what bothers me that I do a lot?
You gotta change your life.
People that fucking chew with their mouth open. You know who you are, you fuckers.
Yeah, I'm kind of bad at that sometimes.
I'm not.
No?
No.
I'm a mouth breather.
You're trying to breathe and eat at the same time. Jesus.
Exactly. So you just tried and you couldn't do it.
I know, because I'm not a fucking mouth breather.
Exactly.
I gotta pee really bad.
Okay.
We love you, folks. Have a good
You
day.
already said that. Oh.
Yeah, you always do that.
Not always.
Always.
Not always.